This is Jupiter.
Hi, T. Hi, Melissa. How's everyone doing tonight? Hi, Leanne. Hi, Chow. Oh, I'm very, very tired. Very, very tired. I will sleep good tonight in my own bed. It will be such a relief to be able to sleep in a little bit tomorrow. It's been an extremely busy 3 days, that's for sure. Hi, Donna. Let me get my live chat going here. I can't look at my chat on my tablet anymore. I have to look at it on my extra phone here. I have a new tablet and it doesn't show the live chat like my iPad did, which I don't understand why it doesn't do that. But I wanted to get on here real quick. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Susan. And let you all know how things went for me at the Simon Says Create 2023, which was just held in Columbus, Ohio. Started on Thursday night and continued all day Friday and all day Saturday. And I wanted to share with you some of the things that I picked up while I was there. Not a whole lot, but some really exciting things. Something that is brand new. So I thought I would share that with you real quick and just let you know what Simon Says Create was and what it is. First of all, if you are anywhere near Columbus, Ohio, and if they ever have this event again, I would strongly, strongly encourage you to attend because you have 30 to 40 different make and take opportunities that you can participate in. Lots and lots of companies represented there. You've got Ranger, Pink and Main, Ink on 3, Sizzix, Spellbinders, Gina K was there, Christina Werner was there, Jennifer McGuire was there, and we met so many wonderful people in person. People who really I never thought I'd get a chance to meet face to face, so that was pretty exciting. It was crowded, but they did a great job with troubleshooting. When we got there on Thursday night, it was called the VIP Friends and Family Night. And we didn't quite understand really what all that entailed. We knew that it was an opportunity for Simon, friends, and family to come and take part in the event. What you ended up seeing there were everybody were setting up their booths, and some of the staff, who work for Simon, and influencers who are part of the Simon team were there. So that was really cool. And, it wasn't swamped on Thursday night. Well, little did we know that was the calm before the storm. And I didn't get a whole bunch of things. I didn't purchase a whole bunch of things because it was just so busy and we didn't really have a lot of time to shop on Friday and Saturday because we were busy doing what they call Create It, Take It, or Citi, CITI. That's basically a make and take. And, now that we know what we know, if we're ever lucky enough to go back there again, and we're ever lucky enough to be part of one of the vendor booths, we would definitely do our shopping, Thursday, and actually go around and do some make and takes. We got to meet the owner of Trinity Stamps and actually did a make and take at their table. I gave it to Nancy to give to Leah because it was a little cute little cup. But so yeah, that was Thursday. So then Friday, we got there at about 8:45 and it was already hopping. At 8 o'clock, they open up the main ballroom, which is a gigantic ballroom. They opened it up for the people who bought tickets to attend the class. There was a class being taught by Paula, who was part of Tim Holt's arranger team. And then there was also a class being taught by Gina Kay and Jennifer McGuire. But to get those, you had to pay a separate ticket amount. And those went on sale and they sold out like within 2 hours. But anyways, the vendor ballroom opened an hour early for the people who had those tickets. And so we get to see them. They were there early, like from 8 to 9. Anyways, so we got there on Thursday and we started doing our make and takes, and it was really packed. And people were starting to line up for the make and take. And Nancy, being such a person who is so quick to think on, yeah. Oh, are you talking about Trinity Stamps, T, or are you talking about Paula at Ranger? Okay, Trinity Stamps. Yeah. It was Carrie Rhodes. I'm not sure if you all are familiar with Carrie Rhodes and Tanisha. Yep. So we got to meet them, the people with Trinity Stamps. That was fun. We met ladies from Doodlebug. They were near our booth. We were sitting right beside Pink and Maine on one side and Ink Road on the other, and then Pink Fresh Studio, and then Honeybee Stamps, and then I can't remember who else was in that row around us. I did a video, which I am going to post on my channel when I get a chance to upload it, where I did a walkthrough of the whole place, and I was videotaping each vendor table with the Create-Its. So I'm going to upload that later. So anyways, as far as our make and take Create-Its, so Nancy, being so smart and like so quick on her feet, she's like, I'm going to start numbering things and let people come back when it's their turn. So that was fantastic. So kudos to Nancy for coming up with such a great system. So instead of waiting in line basically for an hour until it was your turn, you could go do some shopping, check things out, and then come back, and you didn't have to worry about losing your space. We would take you when you got back. If you got back and your number had already been called, we would still let you come on in. It was just a very nice system. It eased everybody's anxiety, and it helped create some space around our table. So I remember I was taking a break. I was eating my lunch. It was noon on the first day. And I saw a bunch of people moving tables out of the main ballroom and moving them over to another ballroom. Here it was Heidi and her team. They were moving a whole bunch of the make and takes out of the ballroom into another space. So I will say that they did a really nice job of responding. Yes, it did look crowded. Yes, it was crowded. But they did a really nice job of pivoting and addressing it right away. It was done real quietly. They got several tables out the door and into the other ballrooms. And so they were able to spread things out. And once they did that, it wasn't so bad. Seriously, it really wasn't as bad. So good for them for thinking on their feet, just like Nancy was thinking on her feet whenever our folks at the Kitchen Sink Stamps booth were starting to, kind of get like lined up for doing a make and take. I was watching another vendor on the last day they were doing their make and take, and there was at least 10 people in line. So, I mean, that's tough because you don't want to leave to lose your space in line. You want to sit there and, you know, be able to do your make and take. But on the other hand, you know, it's a long time like to have to wait. And same with Gina K. Gina K's make and take was pretty long line. So on the second day, they started taking down people's phone numbers and texting them when it was their turn. And they only went up to a certain number. And after they reached that certain number, they said, you know, we're sorry, but after that, we don't have any ability to do any additional make and takes. And so we had enough kits for I think like 150 on the first day and 150 on the second day. And we were done. Like by 4 o'clock on the second day, we had gone through all of our kits. There was no more kits left. And at that point, we were just finishing up the people who were holding on to a number. And we were able to get everybody through on that second day that wanted to get through. So yeah, my gosh. I will say this. You know, I have a desk job, so I don't really have a very strenuous job. So it reminded me of the days when I used to work at McDonald's, and it was like hustle, hustle all day long. It was hard work, but it was so worth it. We got to meet a lot of really cool people from the FSC. We got to meet Jennifer and Lois and Star, just to name a few. We had people coming up to us, and well, especially to Nancy, saying, "Oh my gosh, you're Nancy Stamps. Oh my gosh, I watch your videos. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I got to meet you. Thanks to you, I've been able to get my Mink machine out and actually use it." Yeah, it was really cool. I don't believe Carol was there. Maybe she was there when I wasn't at the table. Maybe she was there when Nancy was at the table. Nancy and I tag teamed a lot. And we also, okay, thanks, T. I'm sorry, I didn't see her. I might have been out of the room at the time whenever she was there. Maybe she was there when Maria was there or when Nancy was there. Well, I didn't get to talk to her. I wasn't there when she was there. You know, I did take like a half-hour break at one point. Oh, anyways, so let me show you some of the things that I was able to pick up real quick, you know, during my time while I was there. I have, when I went over to Trinity Stamps on Friday night, I used this tool, and this is the Trinity Stamps pickup stick. And it's super cool, and it's pretty. It's got little gems inside of it. And on one end, it has a really nice pointed end, which is great for piercing. And on the other end, it has a wax tip. And they do sell the refills for the wax tip. And you can use it when you're doing your embellishing and whatnot. So this is the Trinity Stamps pickup stick. And I think Gina K has one very similar, but instead of, I think hers is completely solid and has the Gina K logo. So that was nice. And then another thing that they had over at Trinity Stamps table was this Hero Arts scrubber block. And so basically, you know how we used to have those little scrubbers that would open up. One side would be the scrubber and the other side would be the clean scrubber. This is basically the same thing, but it's on a block. And it's made of Velcro. So you can pull it apart, take it out and wash it or whatever, and then put it back on again. All right. I also purchased the Gina K Tidy Towel. I don't have it here right now. It's probably downstairs near my sink. But the reason why I wanted to try this was because it's lint-free. It has a slightly textured material and will help scrub ink and residue out of the fine details in your stamps. You can just spray a small amount of cleaner on the towel and it stays nice and moist if you keep it in a plastic bag. If you're not going to use it for a while, you should let it out to dry. Now, at our table for the kitchen sink stamps, we had the Lawn Fawn Stamp Chamois, which is similar but not exactly the same. Now that I've used the Stamp Chamois and now that I have the Tidy Towel, I can tell there is a slight difference in the texture and the feel of those two products. So I thought that would be good for me to have. They had these pins there, and this one has Simon making some artwork. This one is a Simon with a paw print. So that was nice. We had our name tags. Something got on mine. Looks like some tear tape or something. Who knows what that is? This is a cookie. They had a quiet room for the vendors to sit in and just relax for a little bit. And they had these cookies there for the vendors. That's very nice. All right, so I got a couple things from Simon, and I did get this bag because I don't have any bags like this, and that's going to be handy for just keeping things together. They have a nice graduation release, and I wanted to get more of their graduation products, but they were short by the time I got to go shopping on Saturday afternoon around 4 o'clock. One of the things that if you were there and there was something that you wanted that they didn't have right there at the shop area, basically they took their warehouse and they brought merchandise from all of the different 35 to 40 vendors that were there, and they sat up the merchandise right in front of where you were doing your create it and take it. If they didn't have it there, they could send one of their staff, and they had a whole system. They basically guaranteed that they could bring it within 2 hours. So as long as you were going to be there for about 2 hours, you could wait. They would go back to their warehouse, which was right down the road, and they would bring orders back. And like I said, but it was 4 o'clock or 4:30 by the time I got to get some of these things, so of course I couldn't take advantage of that. So let's see, graduation will be here in a month. My son graduates from high school at the end of May. So this one says "You did it," and it's got the shadow layer and the words "You did it." So that's pretty cool. And we also have "You Mean the World to Me," which really isn't a graduation one, but it's definitely a great sentiment to show somebody you appreciate them. You mean the world to me. It's got that shadow layer as well. Hi, Jim. How are you? Oh, Michelle, these are pretty nice bags. And then this one says, "It's your birthday." I just liked the I like the style of the font on this one. Okay. Well, it's actually 2 pieces. You would you snip it. You have to snip the edges, and then you've got your shadow layer and your font. All right. I got some of the color blend papers that Nancy showed on her video. Oh yes, you're right. Yes, T. The sentiment is all one. It's not a bunch of little letters that you have to piece together. I agree with you. The best sentiment stamps are the ones that everything stays connected. You don't have to piece it together, like the I, the T, the S, and so on. That's one thing I like about these sentiments. Like this, "You mean the world to me." They're all connected, one word. You don't have to worry about gluing things in place. So this is the Color Blend Pastel, and it's got a sort of an ombre look. And I like this, and I'm looking forward to hot foiling with these papers. I think that'll be nice. You know, got your assorted. It's just basically a very glossy cardstock. Hi, Liz. And nice rainbow assortment pastel. And then this is the, I guess, the darker colors. And we've got beautiful hot pink. These colors are beautiful. Orange. And this one goes from green to yellow. This one's teal to blue, blue to purple, pink to red, and blue to green. So Nancy's on her way home. We left Maria to the airport. We dropped her off after we had brunch together. And she left my house about 2 hours ago, 2.5 hours ago. So she should be home in about an hour. And we had a really nice time. Like, the best part about it, oh, I'm super exhausted, but I'm super excited to tell you just about how sweet Maria is and so down to earth. Maria from Kitchen Sink Stamps. First of all, we couldn't have gone to this event without her. You know, she's an amazing person. Her personality is just so genuine and sincere. She's so unselfish and so caring and so patient with people. She's just a wonderful person. So I just want to say thank you so much to Maria for inviting us to be part of this event and having the opportunity to meet so many people from the FSC and also like so many different companies. That was very exciting to meet so many different companies. And to see all of them together in one room. It was like going to craft maker's heaven. Because everywhere you looked, there was somebody. You were like, oh my gosh, there's Channing Pelletier from Waffle Flower. Wow, there she is, you know. It was just a little starstruck. So this is, speaking of Waffle Flower, I picked up the mini stencil mat. Now I have the large one, and I really like it. And so I thought I would grab the small one and then be able to use it for blending my stencils. It's a great silicone mat. It's got the edge around it. You just slide your stencil right in and you just go ahead and go. I like it. And like I said, I have the big one, which is great, but sometimes you just need something real quick and small. So I thought that would be very helpful to have in the craft room. And then, in case you guys don't know, so I did purchase a new Misti. Now, I have a Misti, full-size Misti, here in my craft room. And my Misti is pretty old. And it's starting to fall apart. And if I could find it, I would show you. I think I actually set it aside so I wouldn't use it because it was starting to crack and everything. Yeah, here it is. Okay, so this Misti was one of the original ones. And you can see here on the edge, it's starting to crack. Hi, Irma. So it's starting to crack. The hinges are actually coming apart, right? See how the hinges are coming apart? You know, it's plastic, and the actual little rod that goes inside the hinges was plastic. Now, this was my sister's Misti, and I didn't even know what it was. And my sister passed away when she was 47, unexpectedly. And when she passed away, all of her crafting supplies came my way, and I didn't even know what it was. And so as I learned more and more about card making, I began to understand what the Misti was and how to use it. And you know, it's been like no looking back ever since then. So, hi Abraham. This is a special Misti for me, even though it's very old and it's starting to fall apart. And I thought I really want to keep it. I don't want to give it away or like throw it away, but I don't want to keep using it because, it's falling apart. And if I keep using it, it's just going to continue to break. So I got the Hero Arts Misti. And this is the full-size Misti. And I decided to go with that. This got the black trim around it. And it comes with this piece of black foam. And it comes with this, Misti paper. So, and it comes with one magnet. And the difference between this and my original one, hi Crystal, this one has a metal hinge to it, not a plastic. It still has the plastic hinges, but it's got a metal bar inside, okay? So hopefully this one's a little bit more sturdy, but you think about it, like it gets, how many times has it, oh, it also has a little lip right here so that I can grab it for stamping. And I can take my mouse pad out of my original Misti. Hopefully it'll fit. It should fit. Let's see here. I don't have to buy a new mouse pad, I don't think. Let's see here. Yep, that fits. That works. And then I can put away my other Misti. This, like I said, this one is like just for sentimental reasons. I want to keep it. I want to keep it put away. Yeah, I know. A lot of people will be like, okay, it's broke. Why do you want to keep it? Well, that's just me and that's my choice. Okay, so there you go. I also have a mini Misti that is in pretty good shape. Don't have a problem with this one. This is a mini Misti. It's also the Hero Arts. So now I have like matching big Misti and little Misti. So I should be set. And the big splurge for me. Okay, which I'm super excited about. Guys, I got a pink mink. So excited. Oh, I love it. It's so pretty. Pink and Maine were at the table right beside us. And all along their table, they had pink minks. So I broke down and got one. So here it is. This is the pink mink. It's a mini mink. Let's turn it on. Let's warm it up and do some foiling. After all, we're the Foiling Snobs Club. And it was great. It was great going to Simon Says Create. It was great to hear people recognizing the Foiling Snobs Club. This is a Foiling Snobs Club sticker that I'm going to put on my pink mink, which I'm so excited to have this. And I'm going to do just a foil, just a little sample foiling here. Well, get yours out. Look how bright it is, you guys. Isn't it beautiful? So, my pink mink is, like, I tested it already, so I know it works. This will be my mink that I use, and I have another mink that's a mini mink, and there's nothing wrong with my other one. It's perfectly fine. But I'm going to give my other mink away. I'm going to give it away when I reach 3,500 subscribers. So 3,500. That's my next goal. And when I reach that number, I'm going to give away my original mini mink because I don't need two. So let's go ahead, and this is a camera. This little camera came with the pink mink. So they gave you that, and they gave you a piece of foil. It feels like deco foil. It's probably Heidi Swap foil. It's very thin. Oh, deco foil was at the event. And they were one of the vendors there, so that was cool. All kinds of great companies were there. Let's run this through and see how it turns out. So it's very pretty, very pretty, very bright. Okay, T said she's giving away her old one. She boxed it up, and it's going to be sent out tomorrow. Well, congratulations to whomever it is that's going to be receiving that. That's fantastic. It's great. The FSC is such a great group. We're always paying it forward, right? It's great. This came with one of the mini transfer sheets. I'm going to have to get some more of these transfer sheets. I'm running. Oh, I will send you a link, Irma. As soon as I'm done with this live, I have a link for that pink mink. Just give me 1 second here. Let me go to my links. I did them ahead of time. If I can get my computer to cooperate, let's see here. I'm having trouble with my Microsoft Word. It's giving me all kinds of weird messages. Here is the link for the pink mink. Yep, no problem, T. I have the actual short link. I did that ahead of time. You can buy it at Pink and Maine. That's the only place you can buy the pink mink. I mean, at this point, anyways. Thank you. And that's why we love foiling. Look at that. That's so pretty. Just a camera. And I can ink blend on that and turn it into a card. And so for this is a pretty thin piece of paper. I had my mink set to number 2. And this is a pretty thin piece of foil. I'll save this foil, and I can make let me get a piece of black. Let me grab a piece of black transfer paper. Oh, and by the way, Pink and Maine was our sponsors for Stamp Wars. And if you want to pick up some foil art or color toner sheets or other products, except for the Mink, you can't use it. But we do have a coupon code from Pink and Maine that we received during Stamp Wars. If you hold on 1 second, I'll look that up. Oh, thank you, Chow. Hi, Star. It's so nice to meet you face-to-face, Star, and your daughter and your granddaughter. Thanks for coming to create. Star, I got the pink mink that you probably saw was being used at the table beside us by the folks at Pink and Maine. Pink and Maine has these color toner sheets. And I'm going to grab one of these and foil that negative foil. Hi, Mandy. And the Pink and Maine discount is good until April 28th. And it's good on everything except for the subscription and the mink. You can't use the discount on the pink mink. Yes, Star, it was so nice to meet you. Let's see, what color do we want to make our camera? We've got silver, and silver goes good with, let's do pink since it's pink and Maine. Let me grab my little trimmer here. Take this down to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. These color toner sheets from Pink and Maine, you get 8 sheets, 1 of each color, and I think they come in. This is the rainbow. I think they come in another color. Let me look here. What do they call it? Let's see here. Yes, they have a garden color toner sheets as well. And I think the garden color is a different variety of colors. And yeah, this one is called Rainbow. There's also garden color. So it's just slightly different, the garden color. The garden colors. So what I'm going to do is try to center this on this right here. Aw, T says she bought some color toner sheets and foilables and she can't find them. That is frustrating for sure. I am going to be posting my follow-up after Stamp Wars video tomorrow, and it will feature Pink and Maine products, so be on the lookout for that. Oh, I know, I do it all the time. I don't know where I put things. I think I'm gonna put these away and I'll put them up for safekeeping. I mean, I put them away so well that I can't even find them for my own self. So frustrating. Star, what did you think about the Simon Says Create event? Got my dusty brush here. Let's go ahead and see how this looks when I send it through. So this was the image. It's a camera. We're going to foil it on this pink toner sheet. You can hear the rollers going around and around in my machine here. Oh, I know, Abraham. I do the same thing. I'll just put this right here so I don't lose it. But yeah, it was a good event, and it was good to meet so many different companies and whatnot. I have a bit of overfoiling in this one area, or underfoiling, but I can always trim this down, so I'll trim this down. But it still looks great with that pink coming through. I'll just trim down the section that looks kind of distressed. Whoa. Hold your paper steady. Oh my. I'm not a very good trimmer. That's really crooked. There we go. That looks better. Okay, so that's what it looks like when you use color toner sheets. Just like a mirror. A mirror image of the one that we foiled with the silver. All right, so like I said, I just wanted to jump on real quick and tell you a little bit about our experience at Simon Says Create. You see, I didn't purchase a lot because I was pretty busy being a vendor and helping with kitchen sink stamps. We had about 300 make and takes that we did. Oh my goodness. And it was go, go, go from 8 in the morning till 6 at night. The stamp sets that we used with our make and take were the iris. I don't even have a sample card to show you guys because we used all of our make and takes. We used iris. We used teddy bear and balloons. And here is teddy bear. This is the actual stamps that we used during the make and take. So you can see they got lots of love. The balloons. We used the Make a Big Statement sentiments. And then we also used the butterfly. And it was so much fun to hear the people. They were so excited whenever they... So this teddy bear is that's the teddy bear we made. That was day one. So cute. And it was so fun to hear the people. They were so excited whenever they saw how realistic everything looked with the kitchen sink stamps. Did you have to use your own stamps? No. We used some stamps that were provided to us by Simon Says. This was the other stamps that we used, was multi-step butterflies. No, I just pulled them out real quick to show everybody star. I wanted everybody to see the stamp sets that we used for the make and takes that we did. And there was one more FSC member that we met, and she gave me a card, and her name was Linda. So, Linda, it was so nice to meet you, and thank you for this sweet card. Okay, guys, that's it. I'm ready for bed. I want to spend some time with my family before they go to bed. Please be ready to check out my video tomorrow for my After Stamp Wars, where I'll be featuring the Pink and Mane products. But I was so excited about this hot pink mini mink, I had to jump on real quick. Yeah, I hope they do it again next year too, Star. I really enjoyed it. And I hope more people can go to it. If you are anywhere near Columbus, Ohio, please, think about attending if they do it again. There were people there from Florida, Texas, Michigan, which Michigan's not that far from Ohio, granted. Wisconsin. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Star. That's something to keep in mind. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun meeting all the people, and I just want to say I'm thankful that Simon Says Stamp had this wonderful event. I think the people who were in attendance were awesome. I mean, thanks to all of them for coming out and for showing support for all the companies that were represented there, and for Simon Says Stamp. we got the opportunity to meet Heidi's brother and her sister-in-law and her two nieces. And that was really special too, because these folks, have, strong families that support them. And just imagine how they have supported this dream that has come a reality for Simon Says Stamps to have such a big company now that helps so many other card and stamp making companies. It's just really, it's all about teamwork, everybody working to get together to uphold this. No, Heidi was there on Saturday. Yep. She was probably, did you go into the overflow make and take room? They decided that everything was like getting so crowded that first night that they went into the overflow ballroom with the other make and takes. I think Heidi might have been in there a lot of that day, Saturday. But, thank goodness for these events that bring together these craft makers. Yeah, it was kind of like, it wasn't even announced really. They just like, Friday was really crowded. And then at about lunchtime on Friday, like they did like this big pivot. They removed some of the make and take tables. They put them into another room. And those make and take tables, they were like a lot of them were the Simon Says make and take tables. I don't know exactly which ones were in that room, but I'm pretty sure it was the Simon Says ones. So that was what they did, because it was just so crowded. They had to do something. And I don't even know if they announced it, but it was nice of them to be, considerate of the people who were in attendance and go ahead and make room for these people to be in that other. Oh, it was amazing. It really was. Make room for the people to go into the other space. Make room so that people can have room, to move around, because it was pretty crowded that first half of the first day. And then they moved some of those tables out into the other area, and as a result, and I think, I'm sure that as a staff they'll get together and they'll brainstorm about ways to make it even better, because they're very passionate about this. They want to see it succeed. They want it to be a successful event for everybody involved. So I'm sure, it'll only get, even more and more better as the years go on. So anyways, if you're near the Columbus, Ohio area, Columbus does have an airport. We took Maria to the airport this afternoon before we left. And it's a nice airport. So they had they have Southwest. I know a lot of people don't use that carrier anymore, but they had a lot of different carriers. American, United, you name it, they had it. All right, you guys, so be on the lookout tomorrow for my follow-up after Stamp Wars videos. I will be giving away a prize pack from Pink and Maine that'll include foilables and some foil. And I'll have that posted tomorrow, because I'm taking tomorrow off work. I'm going to sleep in, and then I'm going to work on my video. All right, everyone, I'll have my links put up on this video in a few minutes. So if you're interested in getting this pink mink, here's the link for it. And I will have links for these other products as well. All right, everybody, thanks so much for watching, and have a good evening. Bye-bye. Thank you, I will. Good night, everyone.